Welcome, my lovely dears, to another fantabulous and definitely not rebellious session of Sunrise and Sunset. When last we left off our glorious and legendary heroes, they were dealing with the aftermath of the rebellion that they kicked off. Well, I suppose more of a riot, really. Um, the Elpalm family has been dethroned, as it were. Their holdings collapsed under the weight of the crimes of their patriarch and matriarch, or archmatriarch, I suppose. There was also an attempt to get Brienne laid again. It was, by all accounts, a challenging moment for her. Wherein she, to reacquaint with someone who knew her as a normal human, and, saw her pass away. And the point at which she met her, at great jabbing and poking from her companions, was in the middle of a duelist's field itself. Still, she didn't open up her briefcase and spill out an ocean of spaghetti, so it was somewhat handled, at the very least. Let's see here. I feel like that was the majority of what occurred last session.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see here.
We also founded a Dumpson temple.
Of course, that's right.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
You located a odd chapel that had been coated in illusory magic, and although abandoned by its cult clientele, required some reconsecration, which was performed just about by the party, despite Khassid really fucking plinking and plonking on that broken piano. But you laid the groundwork necessary to see this place become a popular source of passion and theatre for the future.
It's a fairly common thing for, at least here on the West Coast, for because a lot of people aren't that religious anymore. A lot of the cathedrals and stuff like that were built by the Spanish are now art houses and like theaters because they were built to like have good acoustics.
In our case, it's that when a church is too expensive as far as upkeep, then a town will, like its mayor, will essentially have the permission. Not that they needed permission, they could probably force the issue, but they get permission to rent it out as a space for like town functions and stuff, like meetings and rehearsal spaces for like company plays and that kind of thing.
I was about to say, I did watch an Anthony Bourdain where he went to a place that basically a former like chapel, like a British chapel, so like brick and stonework, who got turned into a restaurant that specialized in Sunday roasts.
Huh.
Yeah.
Just have the churches open up and be festivals, bring in the rides and like that. You'll get everyone there that wants to drink.
Makes sense.
Who wants
some fucking blood? Everyone's pouring fucking just big old bottles of wine everywhere.
Look, the Catholic church festival that I used to work in and everything like that, they bring out like big old liquor wagons and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like no one can drink quite like
not quite like the Catholic.
Not quite like the Catholics, thanks to Ireland.
Yeah, when I go over to Little Italy every year, I would go. For some reason, I would be in town around the same time as Christopher Columbus Day. Little Italy would be completely closed off, and they'd bring tables out to the middle of the road, and every table had a huge jug of table wine on it.
Yeah, some
liquor
people have
gambling.
Morton's delicious Morton's table wine.
Yeah. Liquor and gambling; those are the two biggest money makers there at Catholic festivals.
Yep.
Bingo. I'm assuming.
No, like actual gambling, like blackjack,
blackjack, poker.
Like that. Yeah. Dice games.
You got to take the absolute surety of faith coupled with the absolute surety of being fucking laddered to make anyone think that they are going to be incredible at gambling games.
Yeah, look, they got into them young. Like they had like just
yeah.
like dice games and everything like that. They had the kids doing like with actual dollar bills and everything.
Crazy. Well,
yep.
Regardless, in this realm, plenty of gambling occurs already in this setting, as does plenty of drinking, frankly. Something that Karin was talked down from doing, which is very nice of the party, to not let her slip now that she has emotional cognizance. It was a very interesting touch now that with the return of her soul and the return essentially of mainline impulses, she's now started to do the addict thing of making excuses or reasoning as to why she should dive back into the bottle. I'm sure I'll never throw temptation at her character again. She lied as easily as she breathed. But for now, you guys spent a few days in the area. Got some stuff done. Is there anything else that you want to accomplish here in the Grove?
No, not particularly. Kind of done here.
Yeah, I think we're good to move on.
Righty. In which case, I'm gonna ask for a group skill test for your journey, wrapping around and getting into the mountains and hills unmolested.
God damn, guys.
No, this is a group. This is a group test. You could do with throwing a little bit more failure my way. That would be real appreciative.
I mean, 17 is probably
all
not
on our
good enough
name
for
in the
the
flow
mountains.
state.
That is true. I don't think you have a source of advantage. I need
No.
a test from everyone, please.
Who's that?
Mute your boats and fucking roll a skill test for travel.
Sorry, I just sat down.
Okay, well, still mute your boats. The very first thing I hear when your mic opens up is... I'm like, come on.
Okay, let's see. You need the right travel checks. All right.
Indeed. Need one from you and one from Hedrah.
Hedrah might still be AFK.
That's true. They did say they were
Yeah,
getting.
I'll roll hers if she is. Hey, there we go. There's some of the failures I was looking for.
A rare poor showing from
Oh,
Loam. My goodness.
Roll how you contribute to this travel check, please.
It's fine, Kina.
No.
Can't roll great all the time.
Don't I know it? I mean, look at that. With a plus 11, I got a 17.
Alright, okay. This isn't going to be the easiest journey for you. I like that. It's okay to fail.
It's
No,
okay,
it's
Hedrah. No,
feelings.
it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Everyone else succeeded. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I want to see the mountain scorpions. Let's go.
So, you are making your way. I was trying to grab all the token. Like, why isn't it working? I was in GM layer. You begin making your way up the up to the northern pass, making sure to give wide berth to the thicker portions of the desert coarse sands. And you do at one point catch sight of I guess you would call them a flock, a murder of wyverns, a gaggle of wyverns, some group number for wyverns.
A whole tide of wyverns.
A wyvern tide of wyverns. You see them like passing over the ship a couple of times. They're quite high up, like, you know, none of them are dropping themselves into hunting range, if you will, but they do seem to have a lot of passage in the area as you go by. They seem to be traveling mainly through, let's see here. You've got enough perceptive people in your party. They seem to be following this kind of arc back and forth over the course of a couple of days. You see it as you approach and get closer to making this turn and coming around. And they do this a couple of times a day by all accounts. You're coming around this rougher section of the deserts, thus far unperturbed by them. Do you make any changes to your plans as you see them?
My plan was to sail the ship up here and then go straight down.
So it's likely that they have nests in the mountain here is what I'm getting. Yeah, something like that.
Maybe.
They're traveling back and forth that much.
They're traveling back and forth between two separate points. One of them being up in the mountains and hills, which makes sense. The other one, though, is what would appear to be low-down desert terrain.
I mean, we can sail all the way around if we want, or we can just from here go in.
Well, the thing is, like, we're right here right now, and they're sitting. They have like
you are currently at this point in your journey. This is. Do you make any changes to your plans on seeing these particular strangely active wyverns?
Remind me, are wyverns like actual like hunting animals, or are they more like carrion feeders in this setting?
They're hunting. We fought them before.
Give me a nature test.
That sounds like a Loam thing.
Yeah, it sounds like a Loam.
Will someone give me a nature test? All right. It depends. They spend most of their like young lives as carrion feeders. They do become hunters though once they're considered, like fully fledged adults and more so.
Okay.
That said, there's no reason for them to leave the mountains. If they've got a feeding ground, they would probably roost up around there. It would be strange for them to have traveled out that far into like what is effectively flatlands to them, just some dunes.
This is close to where I lived. I should probably know this area.
I don't know that you've ever had reason to come around to this part. Whenever you're doing the journey down to Passion Grove, it would have been like essentially adjacent to all of these oases, so that you don't have to like go out into this just like expanse of unpleasantness. Yeah. In general, as a rule of thumb, your travel would take you either across the shores until you have to cut into the desert, or across the oases until you have to cut into the desert.
I have a side question for the group. The wyverns are moving like this pattern, right?
Yeah, they're moving from like two locations. It looks like they have like some area here, and they have like some base here in the mountains.
Yeah,
could be further. Like, you could. By the way, I will add. This isn't like exact. These are the. Yeah, this is the arc. They could have gone like onwards this way or onwards that way. That said, though, you are seeing them multiple times in a day, so it's unlikely they've gone tremendously far out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like if this goes there, that means there's something like in this general direction, which also happens to coincide with maybe the Mark of Mastery.
That would be too far, unfortunately. Again, if they're traveling these directions multiple times a day, they're not doing like fucking 400 miles a day for no reason.
I think we should check it out. Like we're like a heck or two out from it.
Like I said, unless there's something new there that has caused them to be able to, like maybe
perhaps
a sudden oasis, or I don't know. We don't know.
It is true.
We don't have.
I think we should divert and go like a square or two. If we don't find anything with a square or two, then we're still just a single day back out from like where we were going.
Yeah.
Ralu thinks we should continue on our journey, but this is isn't a dictatorship. And,
yeah, I'm presenting this for the group.
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking the group.
There's something out there, something causing them to go out there, given like the way that Loam has described them. So, I mean, if we find nothing, then we're out barely even a day.
I think we should continue on to our destination, but I will listen to a
Cass?
majority opinion. Cass, Masika, Loam.
What? I don't care. They're just wyverns.
Exactly.
But the wyvern's doing something strange.
I don't care. If you want to go, you can go. Like,
Masika?
we had a plan. You're not doing anything to us. Does it look like there's people in danger over there?
No, we don't know.
But it could be something very strange or weird that causes them to do that.
I don't... Okay?
Masika, your opinion?
I just got back. What?
I did. Uh, do you want to check out the wyverns or not?
I guess we can.
Loam?
What is a what? Remind me. What is this mark? What is a mark of mastery again?
I don't know if I don't think it was ever actually explained to you all, ever really brought up. It's something that Anai's been researching and trying to find, but I don't think she's ever really brought it up to you all. At least that I remember.
Okay, because their path would take them through that area. So it could have something to. Their odd behavior could have something to do with whatever that is.
Hmm.
They're very clearly very interested in something, which is abnormal for these creatures.
So then we divert for.
I think I think it could be interesting to see what what has riled these creatures up so much.
Yeah. So we go a little bit out of the ways, and if we find nothing, then we go back and just go to the mine as we already planned.
Very well. Loam chart a course.
All right. Follow
Rival
these
grin.
old
Oh,
ways.
cheer up. You sound so put out about just like an extra day looking for mysteries in the sands.
It is not as though we
Mm.
have anything pressing at the moment. I don't.
I like following a set schedule.
Sometimes your sense of duty must be battered down by the sense of wanderlust or sense of adventure.
Mm.
Very well, could just be nothing, and we could just be just grasping at straws, as it were. But if there is something out there, if there are people in danger, then hey, we get to save people.
So, you begin to. I suppose I should ask, how are you getting to that point? Are you going to like immediately get on to what is their travel plan, or are you going to try and like intersect them at some point?
I mean, like, given the way that that arrow is, and assuming that arrow is correct, and they are still just following like that sort of general direction, then we should just go from like our ship into like this square and that square, and it will like intersect across it, and we can see if they're still going out further or if like
I
they're
would
stopping within those two squares.
I would travel parallel with them and just keep an eye on them and see where they touch down or.
Sure. Want to give me a survival check? Makes sense. You're effectively tracking these wyverns.
Yeah.
Hedrah, could you wiggle your arrow? It's stuck on my screen. Thank you.
There we go.
All right, a 21. You get to about this point. there. When you become aware that your change of course has not gone unnoticed, these wyvern are like not consciously themselves, but they start making an effort to veer off course on the way to wherever it is that they're heading twice a day. What's the highest passive perception of the party?
Probably Hedrah or Loam.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is
probably one of those.
passive is 15.
It
My
would be
passive
Karin.
perception is 19.
It would be Karin with 21, which is big old number.
Absurd.
Karin, you realize that the largest of these wyverns that are going back and forth, that fucking person, that's a rider on that. You like it. It hadn't really struck you at all before. They're very, as I say, very high up. They're not in the range of any kind of weaponry you might have. The air would probably be very thin up where they are, but there is definitely someone on the back of the largest wyvern, and they've got like spurs on their boots, or at least you're pretty sure it's spurs of some kind. It's a glint of the light that you catch after they make a pass on the next day.
Yes. Big expect we got a rider on them.
Oh,
A
fun.
rider. Not
Hmm.
the first time we've encountered that.
No.
Make sure the string for the ballista and the scorpions are oiled and ready.
Roger,
I imagine they're not a common thing out here, especially this close to trade routes. At least that I know.
You would find raiders, except as Loam will tell you, no one makes trade routes on at this particular point. As aforementioned, if anyone wants to go
Yeah.
to this further part, they avoid it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's certainly not a raiding route.
Could still be hostile nonetheless.
Yeah, you notice that as you continue on your journey. Let's see here. As you get to about here, the very edge of this intersection, you can see that the wyverns are landing down in what seems to be a campsite made up of maybe 5 or 6 tents made of like stripped and tanned hides.
Gonna hand Loam the spyglass. Are they flying a banner?
What do I see?
Give me a perception. You don't detect any kind of banner. What you do detect is someone looking directly at you through a spyglass.
Well, they know we are here.
Are
They're
they doing
looking.
any?
They are looking right at us.
It'd be hard not to know. I guess they've had a patrol, quote, or they've had a something or other flying overhead for like days.
Are they giving any motions to arm themselves or what?
Are they just watching us?
Make an insight if you want.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not terrible.
There is some obvious alertness, but you don't think that there's like a group of people scurrying around getting ready to fuck you up. It looks like people are showing due diligence and caution in the area. Your arrival has most certainly set some people on edge.
Mind if I borrow that spyglass? Have a
Sure.
look. I said you because you were looking at them. It's like, can I look, try and look at the camp?
You can also give it a go if you'd like. Throw a perception in.
Yeah, to see what the hell that is, and I'm trying to remember something. There was something about the spyglass, something, whatever.
Okay. Ask me 3 questions.
Do they look like the typical fucking Wyvern raiders we've seen before, or?
They're not dissimilar in the sense that they are all elven individuals, much like those Wyvern raiders were, but they look a lot more tribal than like the bandits you were associating with. They've got a like quite classic style to everything. It's all very how best to put it? It's not uncivilized, it's traditional.
What? So you mean like Warcraft orc level of stuff?
Yeah, with like less horns and bones and stuff jutting out of random shit.
I've never read any reports of elven tribals out here.
I mean, why would you? This is like, you guys don't raid all the way out here. It's the other end of the. I mean, maybe that's why even.
Nomads, perhaps?
We still get reports from all over the deserts. We do quite a bit of trading. It is quite wealthy. I've never been informed that there were any wyvern riding elves.
Savin, I was so tempted to do that, but they don't have a reason to be here.
Oh. No, they got chased out of the jungles. You know, you just can't. Have
They got chased out of the jungles towards like the north. It'll be a hell of a swing for them to be like, yeah, let's go to the desert instead now.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, it's been enough time.
Yes, but not enough reason.
Yeah. How about nomads, then? Is there any recollections of nomads in this area?
You can make a history test. Hedrah still has 2 more questions, though.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to wait until she's done their questions, or?
They might end up being answered for you. You never know.
Okay, so let's see. You said it's one more traditional tribalistic camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it look like they have resources for all these wyverns coming and going, or does it look like those flying in are bringing something?
The ones flying in are bringing what would appear to be like. Well, probably only 2 of them are carrying anything, and they do seem to have sacks on their person that you think could be delivering food. Like they've got this. How best to put it? A like crawler wagon. You know, one of those ones on like push tracks that can get through sand. That has a like soil bedding in it. And you can see they're not growing like a ton of crops out of it, but they're growing some foods. Even with your high perception, like you can't really make it out. It's sort of like parked behind a bunch of tents, but you can see that they've got some kind of like camper on wheels for food. You're sure it wouldn't be enough to feed the wyverns, though?
I assume that a lot of you want to talk to them. Or shall we return?
Well, hold on just a minute, Stray. Like, Hedrah still has like one more
still has
question.
a third question
Oh, I
to ask.
I thought she was done. Sorry.
No, I'm just thinking about like, okay, so we have resources being brought in into the middle of fuck-ass nowhere from the goddamn mountains actively on a daily. Does the camp look to be able to be heavily armed and like armored, or does it look more like excavation?
I would say it doesn't look like either of those. There's clearly like a living. This thing has been devoted to living space, I would say, and it looks recently moved.
Right. That kind of makes me
Okay.
think nomad still. So I'm gonna go history for that.
Yeah.
Well, Loam, you are passing familiar with these elves, actually.
Okay.
Obviously, you have your own village. It has had tribal ties historically, although civilized themselves into what was essentially a village. Your roots are probably tied up somewhere in nomadic tribes.
They are.
And a large number of them would have been like elves living in the mountains. Some of them eventually splintered off and became the raiders that we all know and love. Others became villagers like your descendants, and then some clearly have stuck to the old ways, as it were, ranging for foods. It is strange for them to be this far away from the mountains, though.
Perhaps something has driven them from their home.
So that they're having to relocate.
It seems like they might be relocating away from something.
Then it'd probably be warranted to go and talk to them. If their origins are in the mountains that we're going to, then any information on what might be there could help us.
Mindful gently elbow Cass. That means there might be damsels in distress.
Alright, I'm back in.
Of course.
How little it takes to get you invested in something.
Knife makes some very proud noises. You are my brave giggler.
And it's not. You're exactly the same. It's just magic. You just replace damsel with magic in distress.
It's true. Maybe there's a
Suddenly-
library in distress. Sadly, I don't think we see a library over there. But hey, they would know lots of old things if they are an ancient tribe of mountain elves. Maybe there is old lore to be uncovered.
Indeed.
Perhaps.
But from what I can see, a lot of them will carry some serious shelves.
I can't be more in than I already am, but keep going.
I'm thinking we keep it moving then, I guess, straight towards them.
Yeah.
Is there some... She'll probably tend to ask Ralu this, my voice. Ralu, is there some kind of like signal that a caravan would put up and say like, yo, we're just coming on over, don't be afraid?
Well,
then
I
again,
was
I
about
guess
to,
I'll-
I was about to say that when I got interrupted.
Ah, okay.
Loam, run up the flag of parley. Make a show of it.
Alright.
Loam, as you climb the mast to put up a parley flag, you realize that you are driving towards them with a gigantic Hello Manti sail.
Well, yeah, but
It's so cute.
That stupid sail.
just
It's never getting replaced. You know that, right?
replace the war flag with the flag of parley. It's the international white flag. Is if they're too stupid to understand what that is, then there's no helping them.
Yeah. I would just look into that. I never really considered that the white flag was just a known thing everywhere for people doing a talk. It's not really a northern thing. Like, you don't put up a white flag there, least of all because it's all in the snow. But usually parley occurs when someone is forced to parley,
I'm surprised. I'm been told this tradition comes from the east.
Yeah, the east is the east. I said the north.
Yes, but with
Well, I suppose, yeah, in the
Travel-
deserts it's
travel,
not a surprise,
yes.
I guess. Yeah, it is. It's very, very influenced by the East. But also the West. It's probably a Western thing as well.
the trade between, I was told it was universal in my schooling.
Fair enough.
For the most part, it is, I think.
Mildly surprised that it's not a thing in the north. What do you do when you want to parlay in the north then?
You nut up and go say hi.
You put someone down there at the table and say, "This is how it's going to be."
Sort
When
of.
two armed bands are approaching each other, how do you indicate non-hostile intent?
By not attacking immediately. I don't think we've ever needed a white flag again, Land of Snow, but like it's very obvious, I think, when two groups aren't trying to kill each other.
I
It's
don't
not like
think we've
ships and
been-
cavalry are like a big thing up there either. So these are like, bands of people on foot. Or they are there to raid a village. And,
Right.
the parlaying happens once someone's been decidedly winning.
Right, I forgot you've never been in mass formation combat before.
No.
It is very difficult to tell when you're at scale. It's why flags are used. For instance, is the reason why there's a banner for every legion. It's so whoever's in command can know where each and every unit is. Most of communication on mass combat is communicated with flags.
That makes sense. I figured it would have been with Dutes.
Sometimes, well, yes, but the thing is, you also that's for like regimental size.
Right.
With how dunes are and how large massed combat can be, even with ears like this, you might not be able to hear the doot over the din, but you can certainly see the changing in position of flags.
That'd be
guessing.
too easy to mistake some other dude for something else, isn't it?
True, you wouldn't
So
want to
you-
mix up the Dude of Love with the Dude of War.
No, I was
Has
more
done that
thinking-
before. It's not pretty.
I was more
There's
thinking
different-
the enemy squadron or something like that could release a dude that could send yours into some other area that they shouldn't be.
There's a different bugle, but mostly they go hand in hand. You use horns and you also use flag signals.
Makes sense. Yeah. Loam from your spot up top as you have set this flag into place and you're still peering down towards the camp. One of the ones who have been watching through a spyglass at you, Karin, I think you're. Oh no, you've fallen over asleep. Someone else can claim the spyglass of Karin then instead and see that the elf who had been looking at you guys looking at them has turned their attention up towards Loam and is squinting. And honestly, the person you're looking at is quite Loam-like. Not as pedunculous, probably a little bit taller, but very much the same tan and sandy hair.
There's a reason why Ralu specifically asked Loam to do this.
Yeah. At which point, they will. You haven't really seen them putting up arms, but you can see a few people putting down arms. So you figure they must have been prepared for a while instead of, scrambling to look aggressive. They would just been prepared for a fucking throwdown. They put aside what seems to be a. I don't know how to describe this. It looks like a gigantic slingshot.
A giant slingshot?
Oh no, you've said the magic words. Kina, we need to have one on the ship now.
I've always wanted to have a giant slingshot in a D&D
Wait,
game.
like,
Every
oh, I was
fucking
about to say,
campaign,
like, in
he
real life,
has
or
tried.
Yes.
we, when we went up to camp, we would bring those giant slingshots and then shot put, we would, it was like up in the mountains, so big redwood forests, and we would get 2 giant slingshots and put water balloons in them.
I
And
think
then
they'd
we
say
would,
cores or something.
No. And then we would have water balloon wars with it was like upperclassmen versus lowerclassmen, right? And so it's the two people are used to pull the cord tight, and then one person is used to aim, and then you just have like big old fights. But the thing is, you had to be at least like half a football field away, because if you got hit by that thing, like it was not allowed for you to aim into the group of people. It had to be lobbed, because if you got hit by that thing, that would leave a bruise.
Wicked.
I'm not
And
sure
half
we
the
won
and
better,
half
but
the time and
Go
half the
ahead.
time you just get covered in water, because the water balloon will break from the intensity of it being
Yeah,
shot at-
blasted
yeah.
by giant elastic. But yes,
had a-
this appears to be some kind of a giant slingshot.
I suppose I will set the ship on cruising speed and begin our descent.
All right, you cruise toward the camp.
Stop like 100 meters out, you know.
Yeah. You can see that Wyvern rider is now in clear view. They've got on some sand goggles, a mask, a long baggy sleeved robe that's open at the front. It's clearly for just covering the back of someone who is lying down on a wyvern to be protected from the weather. They pat the beastie on the flank and climb off, and they have a staff in their hand from which hangs a series of leather strips with scales that have been woven into them, covered in just all sorts of bright colors and studded with jewels. It's a very rich looking staff for its otherwise simple construction. You realize then as well, it's certainly made of bone and not wood. Are they?
I'll wait, true to Kaiser.
Ralu, they're speaking your language.
We know some nobles speak. So, away, travelers.
Oh, you
Yes,
speak
hello there.
Hi.
I would say that in
Hello.
Elven.
Yeah, what language is she speaking?
She's speaking some
She is speaking in common.
and I will greet them in Elven.
When they respond to you in Elven, it's a lot harder to understand.
Yeah, you know Elven, they speak Creole Elven.
It might as well be. Yeah, their formation of Elven is probably more like the Latin-German divide.
Oh, no, it's better.
The
It's like
Fox's Weeb Sylvan.
I don't know. I was thinking more like the the Frodo and Legolas, the Elven hate versus the scholarly type.
Yeah. No, their Elven. I wouldn't call it proper. It's just ancient Elven, as we recognize it from other games. It is a classics debate as opposed to a locations debate.
Oh, it's like the population of Spanish speakers in Arizona that basically speak the equivalent of opening up an original copy of Don Quixote, and it confuses Spanish speakers.
Seems I'm not familiar with that iteration of Elven that they have.
That is okay. As a result of, well, holding on to the classics, the nobility of our language and history, we have ensured that we speak appropriate and proper common for associating with those outside the tribe, as rare as that might be. We are long-lived. It would not do for any of us to be unable to reciprocate conversation.
Very well.
She will pull her mask down and goggles up, the hood back, revealing, very much the same, hair color and skin tone of Loam, although her eyes are a like rich and kind of ruddy ruby red. She's also she's a very long lady. She's just like tall and long limbed.
Lanky, I believe is the
Yes.
word.
Yes. This is one long elf.
Long.
Introduce herself. I am Livette. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. I apologize that we are not in a position to throw some glorious greeting feast.
I am Captain Ralu, Vornir the Achilles of the 5th Legion.
I'm Cass.
That's more than fine, Livette. I'm Anai.
A pleasure. You are an eclectic group of
Masika.
people. I can but only assume adventurers.
Correct. And
Uh,
hunters. We are
why
on
should I
our...
shit? Ow.
What?
Is Karin alright? Did she fall off the ship?
Yes.
Just turn from just see where the thump was. Are you alright? I think that means yes.
Wait, did you like actually fall off like the railings like all the way to the sand?
She's a bear, she's fine.
Off the plank down, so just I thought like what's the I thought like DC-13. It's like that's not a bad one. It's not a 10, but
You'd stun your legs if you Superman landed, but you wouldn't break something.
no, I just flopped. So that way first into sand. Yeah. Well, spit out stuff. Yeah, I'm good. Fuck. Yeah.
I apologize. We seem to have left your friend predisposition to clumsiness. I thought this ground was quite level.
Yeah.
That just being a dumbass.
I have mild curiosity. Can I ask why your people are here rather than in the mountains? Wyvern likes mountains, is correct?
Yes, the Wyvern like the mountains. Indeed, our entire family like the mountains. Unfortunately, there are some aggressive wildlife. To deal with them would be inordinately... Oh, refreshing. You travel with some magical instrument, miss?
What? Oh, no, I just tapped armor. Let's see.
I would have thought of that as a magical instrument.
Yes, it's a
I
magical
suppose not
instrument.
literally a musical instrument. I can see where the difficulty would be.
I just,
How do you all manage speaking common every day?
I just will spit present the cast with all the magical instruments on him.
I only have one, unfortunately.
You have a
It's
tambour
I'm
and
a
a sex,
traitor if
bendy
you-
sex whistle, right? You have two?
Is my timbre magic? Oh, that's right. No, I never did get that enchanted. I
You
don't
never
think.
did get John? No, fair enough.
No,
Oh,
I
we're
ended
used
up
to
getting a
speaking-
ring of spell storing.
Ah,
Yes, well, we're used to speaking common on a daily basis, so that is typically how one gets used to saying it so often.
fair enough.
When you're a merchant, it's like it's nice having the common language.
Yes, I suppose the lingua shivra is important.
But let's
I
dive
find
in.
it most disconcerting how one word can mean so many other things, just entirely dependent on the conversation being had. But that is an old gripe.
Yes, but let's
hate
dive
that.
right back to the meat of the conversation. What sort of odd creatures in the mountains now that caused you all to move out of them?
Well, there are ogre and dogbolt. That's usually not a problem. They tend to stay out of our way unless the Wyvern are hunting. They pose a threat to us occasionally, but at the moment they are grouped together, not separated. Not
And it's something-
formations, but something is, yes, driving them to congregate and act together. As such, they have dispossessed us of our valley.
So, we seek a mine in the Karyatib Mountains. Do they seem to emanate from that place?
They do not pour from Karatib lead mine, no. They are congregated nearby. It's entirely possible that some hidden stray has come out and gathered them up for goodness knows what reason. We have known historically some people, usually wizards of some kind, will make little nooks in the otherwise unused mines in order to perform whatever criminal activity they are performing.
That is where we are headed. I realize that you are aerial mounted, but would you happen to know of any paths of subterfuge where we could get close to the mine without having to wade through seas of, what were they, ogres and
Dogbolt.
dogmen?
Yes, dogbolts. They're kobold stature, but canid snout and muzzle and fur. Very gamey, not delicious like kobold is.
I have a
Yes. Do you
uh,
know
Wait,
any? Do you know of any paths that we could use to get close? We wish to investigate that mine.
Hmm. I do not believe we have any agreements with the last people to have hidden in Karatib lead mine. So yes, we would be willing to guide you in there, largely untroubled.
I have a question regarding the creatures you've talked about. Do they have any sort of uh, odd deformities or mutations of the like? And I'll give like examples of like some of the things we've seen on like these like outer beasts and like beasts from like darkness to see if like any of that uh is anything that they've seen.
Not quite like that. One second. I'm going to make a test for this. Since she is a like very professional aerial scout. Not that professional apparently. Oh, wait, no, I just did drop all and didn't put fucking 2 dice in. Never mind.
Yeah, that would have been a yeah. You did just roll
Same,
one.
that would have
dice
been
and drop it.
a 20. Well, it's fine. It became a 21 instead. Okay. No, they don't have any kinds of magical deformities that I recognize, but now that you mention it, a couple amongst their group weren't normal ogre shapes. We haven't seen them give out orders of any kind, though, but it's possible that one of the creatures I saw has something to do with this congregation or your foe of some kind.
I see.
Tell me, have you? How long ago did this start?
We have been dispossessed for a month, I believe.
Can you tell me if any of these dog bolts or ogres have any physical abnormalities?
We were just asked that, and no, not that we were able to see.
Have they been speaking any other languages?
They do not talk to us. If they are speaking languages beyond guttural grunts and animalistic bellows. We have not noticed anything of the kind.
Might not be our kind of corruption then, but corruption nonetheless, and that is where we were headed anyways.
Yes, historically, as I have said, there have been magi and priest or criminal or all of the above at once who have come to Karaatib to hide either
Yes,
from their crimes or for their crimes.
an unscryable underground cave system seems like the perfect lair for those with ill intent.
Yvette will frown and nod. Most usually they are cordial with us. As you might understand it, most people, even when they are isolating themselves, do not want to be completely bereft of company. And I am told that we make good company. We like to be social, to greet and to feast. As such, it has been a long, long time since we have been troubled by outsiders. Usually visitations such as your own would be cause for joy, a opportunity to break out the old songs, the music, and the food.
That and with it would simply make sense. You'd make an excellent first warning, early warning system for those who may not necessarily care for you, but mm, have other designs. It doesn't make sense to simply exterminate people around you. This isn't a. These aren't stories from adventure novels.
Yes, I think I understand what you mean.
In which
We
case, I think
try not to feel like we are ever taken advantage of. As I say, loneliness is an illness, and we are predisposed to curing it.
we'd be glad to help you take back your home then.
I
simply
do
meant
not believe you would be comfortable killing that many ogres. So we were going to simply wait for them to die out. The mountains cannot support all of them in one place for much longer than a few months.
exactly my point. It's not like we have a legion with us to take the mountains, which is why I wanted to infiltrate the mine and see if there was someone behind this, a controlling entity. The reason why we asked about any abnormalities of the flesh or changes in speech is because we hunt creatures that lurk between the stars. And
The
subverting a
dark
population.
omens. She will
Yes.
thump her bone staff on the ground. Foresaw that quite recently, actually. Star omens have come from, well, our cousins in other realms.
Yes. Even if it is not our course of work, we were heading through anyways, and it is always good practice to stomp out um, malefic influences where we can. We already have enough on our hands with uh, destroying the Voidborn.
Of course. Well, regardless, you have come to us late in the noon. We cannot offer a feast, but would you perhaps be interested in a tea? We grow our own leaves, and those we have brought with us.
I think that would be most appreciated.
Wonderful. And as Yvette will begin guiding you towards the central portion of these large living tents, one person comes dashing out of the darkness towards you, and you can see that it is a quite small elf, maybe only like 12 human years as far as they look appearance-wise, and they are staring up at your ship and pointing and gasping, "Kitty!"
Yes, kitty indeed.
The elf babbles something in ancient elven to Yvette, and the elf will smile and nod. Yes, kitty is correct. Or cat, or kitten, depending on age. The child will... As they're being told this, you can see that they're basically counting on their fingers, like they're doing some kind of mnemonic for memorizing. And they all nod. Hello, it is nice to meet you all.
Hey, what's up?
It is nice to meet you too.
The sky is up. And then the child will giggle.
Mm-hmm.
Yvette looks kind of proud of this. You realize she's, in fact, you'll even say as much. Ah, look, see? When they start to pun, that means that true mastery of a language is not far behind.
So it is.
She will rattle her bone staff and go. She'll probably just say this in ancient Elven. Those who can speak Elven can sort of understand her saying, "Why don't you go and ask?" And then she says a name, the tea lady, to prepare drinks for our guests. They will ask if there's going to be music. Yvette will shake her head. Maybe some singing, but we have left our instruments back home, unfortunately. The child will pout, but nods. We still have some flutes. Oh, we do. Well then, we shall see about getting a group together then.
Ralu doesn't speak ancient Elvish, but those who do should tell Cass about this.
Yeah, the child will scamper off. A couple of people look to you curiously, Loam. What tribe do you hail from?
I was part of the Kairesh. I haven't been with their caravan in a long time.
There is a moment's realization on the person who asks you, at which point they bow and make a gesture with both their hands to you. Anyone looking can see that it's clearly some kind of commiseration.
Loam's pretty tight-lipped about her past, but if she don't want to talk about it, Ralu's not going to pry.
Yeah. Well, would you be willing to share some of Kairesh's tales with us? We would be honored to carry them.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. It looks like they will arrange what is effectively a listening session, a story session with you later on, Loam, as the history keeper right now is also the host of this tea party.
Don't have a very good performance.
The tea ceremonial master.
Yep.
Could Loam get advantage from sympathetic duding from Cass?
Sympathetic dude.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, he can.
Mournful
Yeah, he can-
saxophone.
Yeah, he can set the sad saxophone background.
It's the fucking. It's every sad scene in Miami Vice.
Ah,
Oh goodness.
I haven't seen Miami Vice in forever. I still remember that mustache.
It's a powerful one. Not as powerful, however, as Magnum PI Stash.
Yeah, well, you can't really beat that though.
Yeah, no. The Tom
Magnum
Selleck.
PI. And a 200 feet of road that they use for every kind of driving scene.
Fuck yeah,
Because
baby.
Yeah, because that island did not have any more paved road than 200
Yeah.
feet of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Gorgeous island, though.
Oh yeah.
Yes. When you reach the center of these sets of like 5 or 6 quite large family-sized tents, people are bringing out a folding wooden table. It is made of wood and it has a nice folding anchor point. It has been treated and repaired many, many times over the course of what could only have been like, honestly, hundreds of years. It has just been very well maintained all of this time. There are some scars and some stains that are clearly like, permanent evidence of this thing's use as a table for like groups of people throwing feasts. As they bring this table out and unfold it, another elf who looks a lot like Yvette. However, this one, where her sister is, tall and lean and lanky, this one is probably like 5'5" and thicker than a snicker. They've got hair that goes down to the arse and pretty bare feet and like a nice leather jerkin in place.
I will hold Cass back.
Well, I can behave.
No, it's fine. Out of all the characters to hold you back, Ralu's not going to.
Since she's just pressed up against the window doing the sicko pose. Yes, yes!
That's
It
more
is
out.
very easy to see why people would call upon you as good companions.
You flatter me, but yes, I have certainly entertained travelers in the past. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And it's nice to meet you as well.
You may call me Blythe, and I will be your tea lady tonight.
Then I thank you in advance, Blythe. I am Anai.
Yeah.
Name's Karin. I'm the cooler bear.
I
Nice to meet
had
ya.
noticed that there was a lovely, cool, refreshing breeze coming along with you. You do raise a very good point by asking that, because the tea ceremony is a ritual that she's about to do. She is, in fact, going to do a cultural bespoke spell.
Oh, is it? You can. Is it like how the thing we saw in 70, where was it 70? Where like no, it wasn't here, wasn't it? Where you have the stew recipe made with Arcana. Was it here?
Yes, yeah. The pot pie is cooked with Arcana instead. Not quite the same thing. This is more like you spend some components, and everyone who partakes in the ceremony gets a little buff. Nice little buff. Just a little one as a treat. And yeah, we'll go about the table and make sure that everyone gets one of these lovely glazed clay cups. There are faint inscriptions in the side of them. At first, it looks like, spell magic, until you realize it is in fact just very neatly scroll-worked elven text. She will explain that a lot of them are poems or people's favorite lines out of songs. These are cups that people like to put their memories into, and they like to feel represented by them all. Eventually, a cup becomes covered in so many lines of text that it has to be retired, but these are relatively new ones. Indeed, if you would like to, you are welcome to take a little glazing brush and, to this cup once consumed, add your own favorite line or stanza.
Very well.
But first, as she finishes placing the clay cups around the table, gets a large silver pot, must be worth hundreds of gold, frankly. It is a beautiful silver pot. And it is filled with this rich, earthy, like almost noble tea with faint, perfumey, vaguely raspberry-ish after scents that tickle your nose as she serves to everyone. You can make an Arcana test. She is clearly doing some kind of a chanting as she pours this tea for everyone.
Okay. Let's see here. I do believe I will have advantage on it since this would be like identifying spells and magical effects is what she's doing, right?
You'd be an Arcana to try and understand what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying I would have advantage on it as part of like the subclass feature where you have advantage on intelligence or con checks made to identify spells and magical effects.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. A 30.
All right. Yeah, you're able to follow along. It's a little difficult because the spell's casting is interspersed with like just spoken word, almost as though that's part of the components, and those are being delivered in this ancient Elven. But for the most part, you can tell that this story is in order to ensure greater recollection in anyone who is taking part. Anyone who is part of this tea ceremony gets advantage on all history and intelligence-based checks until their next long rest.
Huh.
And
Ooh.
this will also make any information that you learn during this point, you have advantage to recall it in the future. It is quite literally a storytelling ritual.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
I like that. Can I commit it to memory, as it were?
I think you would still need to see it written somewhere. I don't think you
Okay,
can just watch a ritual be performed and be like, "That's my ritual now, bitch."
Fair
I mean,
enough.
if I were you, I would introduce yourself as a wizard from like the college, and then ask them to teach you the ritual in return for maybe giving up a little bit of your project to inflower the wastes, or with a promise to bring back some flowers for them. You know, cultures
That's
like this love bartering.
It's a possibility, and that still needs a lot of work before it's like even viable.
But like a promise between equals, like a society like this, I mean, I guess you could just give them residium, but a lot of cultures like this, I'm just assuming, like bartering.
Potentially. Yeah. Once Blythe has poured everyone's tea and completed this little ceremony, the child will return and they have a little bone flute in their hands and they will do a couple of tests doop, 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 to make sure everything is all tuned and fine. One of them is probably like a little bit off, and another elf, slightly taller boy, will pick up the bone flute and like gouge one of the holes a little bit just to change the notation. Do, 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 and then hands it back. And various other people get into position in order to begin singing. They will apologize that there aren't many instruments available to them, and hopefully you are comfortable enough with a cappella.
There's no need to
Otherwise, there would
apologize.
be drums and strings available to you.
Yes, there's no need to apologize. We understand the situation you're in.
We're as much apologizing to ourselves as we are to you. We so enjoy taking part in these kinds of events. There aren't nearly enough opportunities to do so. I will smile faintly.
Very well then.
And hopefully you are all the omen of something brighter to come. Goodness knows they have been dark enough recently.
Well, we certainly try to.
They will spend the evening singing songs and telling tales. If there's anything you wish to learn, I will let you essentially make a free gather information test of your choice.
I already got the information I wanted.
Yeah, fair.
Well,
What are their courting rights?
Cass wants to disappear between thick elf cheeks.
It is to ask politely and make sure you're clean.
Such elegance.
Yeah. Yeah, they like manners and consent. It's really, really hot.
surprise, surprise. You know what? Since like they have mentioned that this is a place like that wizards will like escape off to, and given that like these marks of mastery are things that disappear like very often in history, ask them if they have ever seen them or if they know about them. The whole tree of evocation and everything like that.
Now that is a fair point. I don't think a tree of evocation would have been claimed, for surely it would die within the lead mine. Magic or otherwise, I suspect all trees would enjoy their own light.
It's not an actual physical tree, but a representation of one connecting all elements and it.
Please do go on. I am curious to know as to what this is. I might be able to have an answer for you.
It's a physical mark, much like a tattoo or the like, that appears on a spellcaster. One that is usually represented in history as becoming an actual grand master of magic in that specific field. Whether the tattoo itself grants the capabilities of it or it's just an expression of the self is highly debated, but
Blythe will put a finger to her lips when you're like, oh, I mean, it comes as usually as like tattoos. She starts rolling back the mental Rolodex of strange wizards she's fucked. Oh, do you have to hand some parchment or a clay?
yeah, I should be able to, and I can like. I mean, I imagine like if anyone has like parchment just on
Oh
hand,
yeah,
probably an eye.
I can just reach into anything anywhere, and you'll find some paper on an eye. And yeah, she will draw what is effectively a swirling, closing in on itself sphere with a line underneath it. This was quite a prominent tattoo on the right arm of an otherwise completely untattooed individual. Would this perhaps be one of those marks? They were a master of scrying, so far as I know. The downside being that their mastery was driving them a little mad, so they retreated to Karyatib to live out their elder years untroubled by the pressure of seeing too much.
Would you like me to make like a history or arcana to see if I recognize as one of the?
Yeah, either or.
All right, let's see here. Let's do arcana. Oh, that's a crit.
All right, fucking 1 sec, I'll give you their blood. Friar Archibald the Fortune Teller, a human who lived in infamy as a seer and a master tactician. Their foretelling could turn the tide of any battle. mysteriously disappeared at age 40, citing that the world would never need him again. This proved to be not true, as the camp that he was a part of was wiped out in the Crusades. It is undetermined if he was wrong or a traitor.
Yes, that would match up with one of the previous bearers.
Oh. Well then, yes, I have seen your Mark of Mastery. Very lovely.
Oh, not specifically the one I'm looking for, but one of them.
Are you hoping to find their teachings?
I'm hoping to find out about the marks themselves, what they are and what they represent, and why so many people want them.
Well, maybe this will still provide the answers that you're looking for. And she will give you a pretty little smile and bounce on her heels, which does all manner of jiggling from top and bottom.
And I will greatly appreciate it as she watches. Yes, I certainly hope so. And it's far a bit more than I've gotten in any recent times. Thank you, Miss Blythe.
Well, it is a pleasure to have been of help. Yeah, if anyone else has anything else they want to learn, just give me a moment. I need a fresh Wylder.
Water.
Yeah, everyone grab your drink and go pee. Take a little break.
I may need to ask Blythe about many stories into the night.
So, Anai, are you gonna marry this lady or what?
I mean, I'm certainly going to ask her to spend the night with her. Like, I'm not necessarily in marriage.
Hell yeah.
Listen. You just need to keep bringing the Golden Mother more elf wives. You already brought her one.
True,
Yeah.
bestie.
Look, one night is enough to know if you really want to marry the person, but like, it gives you a good chance to get to know them better, at least. And these desert nights are oh so cold, and this woman is oh so large.
Mhm.
This is why you get the cooler bear, which has an automatic temperature adjustment.
Yes, sit Karin in the cuck chair.
I mean, if she wants to be in the cuck chair,
No. See, chuck means that I'm having my
Sorry,
part
right.
participating. Yeah.
right?
I'm
If you want to be in the
voyeur
voyeur chair,
Yes. The observation booth. And like I'm judging your
Observation.
What a
performance.
fucking thing to return to! The cuck chair and the observation deck?
We should look. We're talking about watching Anai bone this elf lady. Okay, leave us alone.
Oh, I don't know. Fair enough. Yeah, carry on.
yeah, no.
Yes. No. I'm like I'm rating performance here. I'd be like, I've seen
Scoring?
Just
Of course.
a
I've
Greek,
seen you.
just a Greek choir with Karin, Ralu, and Cass just watching, holding up like scorecards.
Yes, the technique's
Yeah,
all
I
right,
mean,
but the
like-
thrusting needs more power behind it.
I mean, come on. You're supposed to be a power bottom. Come on. Where's the power? Come on. Get in there, you bratty bitch.
Oh, she's doing a fantastic job. Unfortunately, ruined by a terrible dismount.
Wonderful performance. Terrible finish.
bad finish and a weak dismount. Oh, I
Only
forget. You could do anything you wanted. You could get an orgasm in seconds. The Russian judge is still going to give you a 7.
No. That's the French judge. That's the French judge.
Right.
The French are fucking notoriously dicks about giving up points.
Snob about sex.
Yep.
It's about making it you see. You have to make it a proper dismount. As a proper showcasing. When you squeeze, when you pull on the shaft, you make sure to squeeze the balls too. Make the roll.
Fucking hell. While you are sat at this tea table and exchanging conversation, story, and pleasantry, Yvette will return to the table, staff in hand, and next to her is this massive wyvern. They are walking on their hind legs and then forward on the folded tips of their wings as they're hunched down. And you can see this is one old muscular beast. And probably most tellingly is that their mouth is a prosthetic.
Oh.
Like the whole mouth, or just like a part of it, like the upper jaw
where their whole muzzle has been and the bottom jaw has been removed and instead replaced with a large, painted beak bone with fangs that have been put into it. Instead, they have a prosthetic mouth, and it clicks a couple of times as they approach you. Yvette will indicate, "This here is my associate and longtime companion, Sunshine. Sunshine, we have more visitors." And the wyvern will clack his beak together a few times and dip his head to you all.
Hello, Sunshine.
It's nice to meet you, Sunshine.
Yeah. They are a giant muscular killing machine, but they clack their little beak tip together a couple of times in something that mimes laughter or greeting of some kind. You can tell that there is a friendly association to this click, click, click of their bone beak.
Yeah. What's another giant murder beast? We've seen a lot of them on course of our adventure. We're pretty used to them at this point, I think.
True. Now, we were just about to prepare for our meal of the evening. If you have your own food, you're welcome to join us. I apologize that we are carefully rationing, though.
We could certainly provide you with some food. I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem.
Oh yeah, let's just give them sacks and sacks of the wyvern meat we got.
Got
Maybe not that.
maybe not that one. We got lots of other stuff. I think, right? We've got lots of food.
No,
Yeah, you generally are on top of it. Yeah. Well then, in which case, allow us to exchange some of our rations for yours. I think that would be a more fitting use of everyone's hungry bellies. It feels strange otherwise to accept something that might otherwise be considered free. Although there are other ways to pay. The lanky elf will ponder and stroke a chin. And there's some giggling from Blythe over at the tea set. We hate to receive for free, after all.
Simply repaying your generosity with our own.
She'll nod at that. There is yet more clicking from Sunshine, who will tromp off towards one of the tents where a number of the other wyverns are gathered. And you can see that they are feasting on some kind of a meat over there.
The meat of a traveler who was rude.
There's only one way to find out, and you'd have to go peering into a wyvern's dinner plate, and I'm not exactly sure that's a safe thing to do, even if they are house trained.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, they will provide to all of you effectively. God, how would I even describe them? Probably best described as like a selection of dosas, if anyone has seen them, like dosas, samosas.
I know what a samosa is.
A dosa is
Oh
basically
no, I know what a dosa is. I've seen them. It's the
yeah, the
savory
lentil pancakes.
crepes.
Yeah, lentil pancakes. And you can get them dessert style, or you can get them packed with like spiced Indian veggies.
Yeah, that's how I know them. They're the little rolls filled with like potatoes and veggies and stuff like that. They're hella spicy.
Yum, 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 yum. They also would probably make pata as well. Like it's all very like Asian African sort of blend as far as their like local foods are concerned. Most of them are like vegetable and mincemeat. Like there are no like large cuts of anything in their rations. It's all like minced and carefully bulked and measured. But they are spicy and delicious. We'll cook up a great number of them on hot rocks, roll them up nice and tight, and bundle them onto yet more of their sort of glazed platters, with yet more platitudes upon the platters been placed. With their glazes.
Neat.
Yeah. I suppose I should open the table up again if anyone else has like information they want to try and gather from these people.
Would Blythe like company tonight?
Absolutely, she would adore company with you. You are just precious and beautiful, and such shapely chits.
Hooray.
Blythe will offer a hand and escort you to a tent.
All right, that's me sorted.
Fair. Look, altogether fair. Yvette will take over at the table in her stead. Of course, all of you are similarly welcome to entertainment and social company, to be polite about the matter. Just remember, of course, that consent is king, and cleanliness is godliness.
How much do nomadic desert elves like free milk and holy water?
We would love to partake of both.
Just look over to Cass and Mythe.
What, you gonna ask me? Yeah.
More
Your
like
Knoll elf also produces milk? Or does he produce the holy water? In which case there are preferences on how we receive such things, and I'm not entirely sure that passes cleanliness and godliness.
Well, that's more of a my thing. Kaz puts both hands on
Mythe will
her.
Mythe will pointedly point at her tits. Don't worry, from a clean place. Yvette will look incredibly relieved that you're not talking about, holy milk from the cat and holy water from this boy. Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, is it really
Ralu will
dirty?
blink.
Like,
Ralu will blink and then make a face. Ugh.
You just need to make sure, as I say. We're all very careful about people's preferences.
Ralu's a giant cat. She's very clean.
You're excellent at licking yourself as well.
Mm.
Yeah, they prepared like these patas and dosas and samosas, that kind of thing for you. I suppose, what do you prepare for these elves then? in this little trade of foods.
Probably shouldn't give them a bunch of wyvern meat. Unless they're like, it depends. Like, there are some nomadic tribes that will just eat like horse.
You could ask them.
As far as your diets, what do you typically consume?
Meat, vegetable, spice,
What kind of meat?
tubers. Honestly, a lot of the meats that we consume would belong to the rodent family, which is not as bad as we're making out, especially since they tend to be almost entirely based off of a beetle and scarab diet, and they're about, she gestures like shin high, quite large rodent.
I'm a manticore. Kittens hunt
don't-
desert rats for sport.
I didn't want to assume. No one wants to say, look, a big cat. I'm sure they are just fine eating mouse. But yes, we do. And she will pause when you're like, you know, like those rats. Try one of these ones then. They're spiced differently. And she will hand you a samosa packed with meat.
Yeah, I'll crunch into it. IRL, I hate squirrel, but listen, maybe desert rat is delicious.
Yeah,
I
the
imagine
thing
it's
is-
imagine it's more like nutria.
Here's the thing, hamster, gerbils, and chinchillas, all of them were originally meat
Yeah,
Yeah.
and guinea pigs.
animals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
That's
can
why
take
they
that
were
to
called the
URB.
guinea pig.
Yeah.
Pig.
I mean, they're not from Guinea, nor were they pork, but they were called that because they were food. But yes, you find that this is a considerably tougher meat. Like, it's actually quite toothsome compared to the rest of the ground meat. This one is shredded as opposed to ground, which makes up for part of that. But yeah, you're pretty sure, yeah, this is some kind of dire rodent. Like
Alright.
it is very clearly tougher and very protein heavy, not much fat at all, but it's made up for with a lot of spice and oil.
Well, I did pick up luxury rations in the Great Oasis, so I'll share that with them. Is 5 enough or more? I have 10, I think.
Oh yeah, 5 is plenty. I'm gonna say there's only like 5 family-sized tents here.
Yeah.
Your
I
luxury
imagine-
rations are like mostly like cakes and pastries.
Yes, oh, I
So, like,
imagine
they're
that
like,
there are a lot of.
"Ooh."
I imagine that it's a lot of. If it's from like the Great Oasis, it's either nutrient dense or it's stuff like dried dates.
I imagine you get like preserved, like honeyed dates and things that have been kept in sugars and salt. So they've got this probably like quite rare poultry. Like you've got them as fancy ones. So there's probably like duck jerky and stuff in there as well.
My God, desert duck.
I mean, yeah,
I
it would have been
thought that
import, not not
Okay, I
local.
thought that was fucking funny how you said like, oh, something like honey dates. It'd be like, wow, it's like preserved. Like, I just dry the dates. You don't need to do more than that.
Yeah, except these are the luxury ones, so they are being preserved in honey for extra unctuousness and just richness.
Goodness.
If you're buying
I feel like-
stuff in Fantasy Vegas, you're gonna get like all these fancy imports. So,
Yeah, like
I'll say-
honey preserved dates. It'd be like, okay, I think my fucking spleen just died. I'd like fuck making any insulin ever in my life.
Huh.
You don't need
Apparently,
insulin.
ducks do winter in the desert in Utah, Nevada, and Arizona.
Huh, wild.
Yeah.
Then, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe even
there's-
some local duck jerky.
Yeah, there's apparently local wetlands in I knew there was wetlands in Utah, but I wasn't expecting like winter wetlands in Nevada.
Yeah,
I've been
no.
through Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada, fucking sad as hell looking. Yeah. So yeah, they will be very happy to partake of like sweets and poultry. That is a rare treat for all of them. And then they will, put some more sensual offers out to members of the party. There's something else that they like partaking in, and it's dick and clam.
I hope they like manticore milk.
Yes. And foxwater.
Woohoo!
Well, I was like, I was where again? Karin would be like, well, if anyone wants a nice, have me just sit outside their teepee and just meditate and let my aura light take care of your, like house temperature.
Yeah. They will, instead of offering sexual favors to you, Karin, they will ask if you would like a massage.
I just look at them like,
Ears,
I'm
neck,
sorry.
feet, thighs, arms. Yes. We do not
No,
have to
I-
massage your
I-
back while you're wearing it.
oh no, it's just. I just look at the fucking feet to be like, motherfucker's fucking armor proof, like bulletproof pads and everything. Like,
We enjoy a challenge.
I'd be like, well, you know what? I haven't gotten one, and I actually don't fucking remember last time. So, sure.
All right. When you get them when you get them stompers out, they will almost certainly pick their hunkiest elf man. This guy even has stubble.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
What a fucking hunk.
He worked on that stubble for 100 years.
it is a hunky chocolate stubbled elf. It's got to be a wild thing to see, and he'll sit down and cross legs and rest your feet in them, and give you a proper fucking massage.
I was gonna say it'd be like people say it's a 5 o'clock shadow, not five a decade shadow.
Yeah, this is his five. He's got a
Five-decade
luscious
shadow.
5-decade shadow.
5 decade.
Yeah, you get a very good massage. It's incredibly pleasant. This guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, then imagine like trying to massage the rest of the bear. Be like, let's massage your back. It's just fur, fat, somewhere. Oh god, I'm sick. No help!
Disappearing into you. I imagine they just sprained themselves against the knots in your back, just like trying to thump a brick.
It just actually, you know what? Those pestle and mortar that they use in Africa, then when when they make fucking mochi, they'd be like, "Yep, that's good mochi."
yeah. Get you with the mochi pounder. That'll fuck you up in a good way.
Yeah, be like, let's make a fucking soft bear.
How many elves are on the tee? None of them are. Hey, Cass, you want to get some elves pregnant again?
Hell.
I will also
Oh, God.
I will also do a con save, but I've never succeeded.
I mean, you have just for when down.
Ha!
If
Okay.
only you two could be slightly responsible and not.
Oh, for
just
God's
passive.
sake!
Yes!
Cass,
No,
how does it keep
great.
happening? Not the one
If only
who's
you two could be slightly
With the
responsible.
one Constitution save.
Okay.
Be
Make it
slightly
get to the
responsible
All out,
for the,
Jesus.
for the bastards you leave
damn.
behind.
All right. No, they don't pass. Unless, you know what? I do have inspo. I'm going to tick one off because it's funny. Yes, there you go. You both got Isabel pregnant. Bam! A proper use of my inspiration.
Oh god, what?
Yay!
You've both gotten an elf pregnant.
Oh, I thought you said Isabel. I was like, I didn't know we were talking to someone named Isabel. Hey, listen. More Batcats.
Yeah. You
can get protection. You can get protection. You don't need to rely on the other people to do it. No,
I mean,
No, no.
but why?
Okay, how many
Ralu,
bastards
this is-
are you up to now? 3, 4?
The ones that the Oasis aren't bastards. They live with us. Like,
See,
their mothers
these
are
are no
living in my house.
accidents. Yeah, these aren't mistakes. They're happy little accidents. That's all.
Okay.
We love our little bastard children. It's fine.
I guess I should do performance for the night anyway. That's pretty low. Hey, Scout, you get another inspiration back there because I want to do better on like on
All right,
my
yeah,
performance
sure.
with Blythe. There we go.
Fucking hell.
Good inspiration.
Are you on the tee? Because you have a deck.
Yes, I
Okay.
am.
All right.
I am responsible.
Yeah, but I was like, everybody need tea? I got tea. I got lots of tea. I'm always have tea. Come on, drink it.
Yeah,
Anyone?
Ralu. Yeah, Ralu. Make sure that she was, and she got pregnant anyways because that's gods. But yeah, she makes sure that she can't get pregnant, but the other way around.
Yeah, but none of these elves are on the tee, and they don't particularly mind. You get the sensation that if they don't want their like families to be inbred to all shit, they don't have kids unless an outsider gives them kids. So none of them are using any protection at all.
Well, see,
How
we're doing
long a
community
half-
service at that point.
Yeah.
I wonder how long a half-elf manticore would live if manticores already live for 250 years and half-elves live for like 200.
Probably like
Probably like
225.
200, 225, yeah, split the diff.
What? So
That's-
they lose years?
No, like, yeah, well, yeah.
Wait,
you
how
still
old
between
Yeah,
them.
that's how splitting the difference works. You don't add two values together. You look for the difference between two of them. So if one goes for 250 and one goes for 200, you would take the middle value.
wait. How long do elves live in this?
How long do
elves.
half-elves live
Oh,
in this? I
half.
don't remember.
Oh, half. I'm sorry.
Elves are immortal. Oh, well, they're
Yeah.
not immortal. They're ageless.
Like anywhere around like a couple hundred years.
Okay. Immortal implies that you can't die by anything. Ageless is the word that Savin uses.
Yes. You know what? Let's see. Can I do some
You know, I'm using one of mine again.
Nordic?
Anai, you are
There
matched
you
like
go.
quite well.
Nice.
Let's see if I can do some singing with what's the name?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't think she's gonna be any good at it, but
I mean,
let's
look,
go.
there's no way you don't know like a bunch of really nice folksy longhouse music. And considering a lot of these people's honestly better than I'd expected. I was going to say they give you advantage because they're all doing singing stuff. And I was going to say a lot of the style of the singing of this tribe is hearth-centric. Like all of their songs are stories and retellings and like a group togetherness performance. And that is a very, like, as I know of it at the very least, like a very classically scanned thing is that a lot of storytelling and poetry is just their music choice as well.
Yeah, but I was well, since I can get that, I was doing more like because of like I enjoy it because I haven't seen anyone. I think some fucking throat singing, like that Carissa.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she does like the whole. I need a throat. That
Yeah,
so
I-
can't do that.
I understand what you mean. Yeah, they are certainly delighted. A couple of them are probably capable of doing about the same. The ones who are like more originally singers. You notice that a lot of the people singing are kind of amateur singers. Like not all of them can hold a tune, but not all of them are amazing. It's just that this culture is musically inclined. You figure the ones who aren't professionally singers are probably musicians of a different type. But they hold a good key and they have a good time. Like, you aren't, apart from probably, say, like a couple singers, like, none of you are blown away by the talent of these people. They're just earnest.
I like these people.
They're very nice.
And you have ensured yet another generation will live on.
I'm doing my part.
And a fat cat.
Ingratia's second name is also my part, thankfully,
We'll have to come back sometime and hopefully see them in their actual village.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually, this lovely evening will come to a close. Of the like two kids that are a part of this village, They will definitely be curious enough come morning to, slip away from parents and be like, "Can we see your ship and play with some of the things?" And they're saying, like, play with. They're pointing at ballista. They're like, "Can we shoot this at stuff?"
Hell yeah, kids, come on.
Fuck yeah.
They're elves. They have like genetic inborn ability to use ranged weapons. They should be fine.
Yeah, even as I would say, like, it's not like they're incredible, but like, yeah, they're elven children. They probably have the +1 instead of a +0 for these commoners.
Hey, Scout, I started going to the shooting range when I was 9. I'm not sure what to tell you.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I mean, these people aren't anywhere near a shooting range, but it's just a couple of kids who are like, "You have a thing that looks dangerous and complicated, and I want to use it to destroy things."
And surely we have
Shoot
like
the bear,
some.
Shoot the bear! Shoot the bear!
I
No.
can certainly help
Like,
supervise this.
Yeah, like surely we have like some like extra barrels that like in the hold that are just empty. That
I mean, they'll
that
just
can blow up.
they'll just indicate like nice rocks, and they'll go paint targets on them with glaze. It's pottery glaze, but like whatever. It makes a big white circle. You notice as well, like the coloration of the pottery glaze. It's like a 1-to-1 with the tone of Loam's markings.
Let's see.
So luckily they don't draw faces on them. Otherwise, it would be a lot like shooting your friend in the face. They just do bullseyes.
All right, I'm not sure Cass is strong enough to reload the ballista. What's your strength? The scorpion.
It's mechanical. A fucking weenie can do it as long as they work the crank.
Crank.
The kids probably have a hard time, but like
That's what teamwork is for. It's called.
Oh, of course, yeah. One pulls the top, the other pushes the bottom.
Yeah. That's why children should be given crew-operated weapons.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, what you should do is put the kids in the sidecar for your bicycle Gatling gun. Because they're small, they can fit with the Gatling gun in the sidecar at the same time and operate it properly. You don't have to stop then. You can just keep driving and shooting. All right. With Loam's supervision, say you were giving them help to make sure that they don't get horribly injured. We ditch an 8 and we get a 15 for a 16. They fucking absolutely slam a boulder with a ballista. This does have the effect of panicking a few people, at least until they see what you're doing. One of them will explain that, the ogres have like a stone-based weapon called the Wyvern Piercer. It sounds a lot like that.
Oh.
Where is my dragon piercer?
Yeah, exactly. Where's
my Dragonator?
Where's my Dragonator? Yeah, this is smaller than the Dragon Piercer. This is the Wyvernator. Apparently, there are some mountain stones that are very, very shrapnel-y, and they put immense pressure on the rock so that when it hits something, it bursts apart. And
it's field artillery.
The ogres are strong enough that it might as well be.
No, field art. Is it manned by like a person and set on the ground, or is it a handheld weapon?
Yeah, she'll point to her bicep. The ogre is field artillery. I do love that track that you put there in VCT. I've also heard that remixed by one of my favorite techno artists, Vengent. And it is fucking sick. They will describe the Wyvern Piercer as a rock that explodes. It's like very, very glassy. Multi-layered mountainous rock. It's put under immense pressure and then basically football spiked towards American football. Hold and heave. It is long bombed at their wyverns, and if it hits a wyvern, it tends to burst and it tends to really fuck their entire day up. It's why they've been traveling like in very small groups twice a day, lightweight gathering from the valley and nearby creatures to keep the wyverns fed.
That makes sense.
Like, they can't afford to have them hunt down anything big, because anything big means flying low, and it means flying slow, and they'll get killed by ogres.
Well, best begin our hunt then. can you guide us through the paths that you were mentioned before?
Yeah, the vet will probably come aboard and ask if there's space for Sunshine to sit on deck.
I don't know. You tell me.
There is, but people will have to just, like, run a wide berth. It'll be awkward to just have a huge wyvern just sitting on the deck. But, it's not untenable.
Or
It's certainly not going below deck.
Yeah.
That's a challenge, a bit too steep. But
Yeah, that's fine then.
Don't worry, just keep it there, Karin.
They'll probably stay away from Karin because Karin cooled them down. Wyvern blood cold, hot good.
So wyverns aren't like dragons. They're not warm-blooded.
No, the wyverns are much more like actual animals. They're flying cold-blooded things, and they like high places, lots of sunlight.
Got it.
Okay, but no, see, because during high day and all that, even cold-blooded have a temperature limit.
Yeah. During
Sure, that's
a
why
high
they've
day,
got
but
their-
we're also in winter.
Yeah, I mean, you see for yourself once high sun comes around, all Sunshine does is like lift and pivot their wings, and you can feel the warmth radiate off of them at high sun, and they settle back down again once like a couple of hours have passed.
Huh.
It looks like they've got pretty good natural regulation.
Yeah,
Then
during the winter in the Sahara Desert, it goes to like 20 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
Mm.
So I'm sure it's trying to soak up as much sun as it can.
Yeah. That, however, will be like, quite pleased to sit near Cooler Bear.
Yeah,
you're able to.
just sit there like meditating and just, there's a plushie seat. So,
Yeah. They will apologize, but unfortunately, the best way to get there is probably the direct route from about here. So you're going to have to hike up into the mountains to get to the lead mine on the other side. If you enter from the top where the valleys are and effectively like the lowland approach to up here, you'll be going through where the ogres live otherwise.
All right, so we're gonna have to moor the ship.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
let's
I mean,
roll
you
up.
could force it like probably partway up a mountain if you really want to, but you would be giving up your stealth immediately.
No, I know it's the stealth I don't care about. It's the structure of the ship. I don't want to damage we have to use the ship for many things. So yeah, we'll roll up the sails and then leave protect defensive party. We got plenty of people on the ship that can take care of it. So yeah, can I moor it in? Could Loam find us a place to moor it where it's not really sticking out?
In a crevasse?
Yes.
Fill it!
I think that's certainly within my wheelhouse.
Yeah, totally. Give me a survival or a stealth test. I think that seems fair. 26.
What
I was about to
ship?
ask as well, like, although you spent part of the day traveling over the sand, so I would have assumed your, ideal terrain was still set to desert. Your hiding place is probably more mountainous. Advantage doesn't matter in this case, and you're able to moor up in a pretty good alcove. There are some dire critters that you have to deal with, but once Sunshine notices them, you find the Wyvern is more than happy to go around biting giant rats.
It turns out that he likes snacks.
Yeah, go figure. It's like, I mean, it's like an encounter that you guys would consider a very low CR. The only risk is, like getting bitten and getting a disease. Sunshine doesn't give a fuck and just goes down there and starts tail stabbing and mouth nomming everything they can.
Yeah, it turns out wyvern stomach acid is like what?
Yeah.
Like vultures, where it just so what I did was I ate something that was filled with anthrax and then I digested it because
like a turkey vulture.
Yeah, turkey
Yes.
vultures.
Yeah. Sunshine has a constitution of like 24. and will just fucking eat whatever the fuck it wants. Luckily, it has not chosen any of you, and has instead chosen what is functionally like dire desert nutria.
Okay.
You just see the rats and be like, that there's good eating.
There's good eating right there, boss. And yeah, and you also all get to see it. Like, Sunshine has been a very amicable wyvern for like the day and a half you've been traveling. Sunshine has been sunshiny. They did not mind being given wyvern meat. Go figure. At the same time, like, anyone who comes over to give Sunshine a scritch or a rub or a play, like, Sunshine loves music. And loves bright colors moving around a lot.
Does he like freestyle jazz?
As long as it's energetic, yes. If it's like, low and discordant, absolutely not. No. But sprightly freestyle jazz with like a nice high pitch and plenty of like choral notes, absolutely, totally loves them.
Wait, does Sunshine just spend like a bunch of the trip just staring up at our sail? Because like it's like a
Yes,
bright
it's a
pink,
it's a
like-
bright pink sail. Sunshine is enraptured by that thing many times. You'll see that at some point during the day that will get out what appears to be a hardened leather strip, and is just waving it in front of Sunshine, and you watch as the wyvern just keeps biting at it with their beak, their bone beak prosthetic. They just love bright colors and music, like a toddler, I guess.
jingle a set of keys.
Jingle your keys, Sunshine.
We get the goddamn Fisher Price spin about the
Yeah! Fucking Sunshine would love Fisher Price. And Duplo, big Lego Duplos.
Oh man, Teletubbies.
Fuck yeah, that's just noise. Actually, no, because their voices are all like discordant and high pitched. I never understood that one. I was like, they could have chosen like nice low sounds all the time.
Big Lego makes me think of like those stupid like Crocs I saw the other day.
The Lego Crocs. Those things are
God.
Those things are fucking evil looking.
$150 for a pair of them.
Pardon? Actually, no, I'm not surprised. It's Lego. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but think about it. It's made out of Lego. That means you can never step on a Lego ever again.
It's true. There is some twisted irony to having a comfortable experience stepping on Lego.
Yeah, but every time you step on it, your power will grow because it will be added to your shoes.
That would be so fucking funny. Just getting taller until you're wearing disco platforms. But yes, as aforementioned, like Sunshine's been like this, like amicable, babyish, quite pleasant creature to be around, all things considered. Doesn't lose his patience at all. But then the moment there's like, hey, look, there's a whole bunch of like dire desert rats. You watch as this wyvern becomes a feral killing machine. I'm talking like the spike tail doesn't poison anything because it's stabbing something and going all the way throughout the other side, and then spraying poison across a wall. Like, it is a graphic killing machine. That bone beak, it doesn't have a tongue to go with it, so when it bites something, it just fucking sprays gore everywhere. Sunshine is a nightmare when you watch them killing it.
You say night.
I mean, yes, you guys have faced other nightmares, but yeah, Sunshine's still a graphic killing beast compared to the like delightfulness that they've exposed you to so far.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
No, I was
I
was feeling like, oh, she's a nightmare. Like, who said that's a nightmare? That's
I mean, it's
look
rad.
at that.
Yeah, that is Yvette's response. Is, oh, he's having fun. What a sweet baby. And there's just like screeching rats getting fucking destroyed, devoured.
Yeah, like Karin's like right there. So, oh, look at him go.
He's so happy. I swear that Sunshine will never show his age. I swear. Some days doesn't want to get up at all, but the moment you show them just a little bit of rat, up and moving like a bolt.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's a little. I will say, if it was a, I would say it'd be like, oh, it's like one of those old cats that always be a kitten to you.
Yep. I mean, I had one of those. Her name was Mosey. Her her certificate name was Kuriboke Kantabar. And she made it to age 17. And at age 16, she was already on like life support medication and stuff. But one day there was just a fucking shrew in the house, and she became a lightning bolt and destroyed it, and then sat back down again. And I was just like, holy fuck! Most of your bones are glass, Mosey. How did you do that? Tasha can't be 10 this year. No.
No.
Yeah.
What?
No.
What?
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It's
What the fuck?
2016. You're right.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I bought her in 2016.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
Right, let's
I
think
thought-
about the age of things there.
That.
I was
I
friends
fucking
with.
remembered that.
Wait, I was friends with you before you
Yeah.
got Tasha. We've
Been
known each
friends
other
with
for
all of
11
you
years.
fucking nerds for over a decade now.
Mhm.
The
Yep.
fuck?
I didn't realize we've been friends for 11 years. I thought it was like 8 or 9.
11. Fuck, I'm those services before 2010. Like
Yeah,
20
yeah.
plus, like,
I'm talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. And it's fucking hell, 10. I definitely need to come down and visit and give her some good old scriptures.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ooh-wee. Well, regardless, you watch Old Sunshine has a delightful gore fest. Yep, Anai, you get to. I'm like, it's just another day, another series of screaming creatures being torn asunder.
Yeah, she has to wonder, is it bad that I'm getting a nerd to this? It's just like a daily occurrence at this rate.
Probably bad.
Just a few months ago, barely a year ago, I would have been screaming at something like this.
Let's get a sec here. Moving into this mountain valley, Yvette will guide you along, but insists like she's not gonna go up into the valley herself, and especially not with Sunshine, for the obvious reason that drawing the attention of the ogres would be pretty bad. She is her tribe's chiefess. She doesn't. She loves and adores you guys, but is not going to expose herself and her mount to death.
No, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
Ralu will inform her that this is her job, not hers.
She still feels a bit bad that she's not going along, but like her responsibilities are greater than just like impulse joining an adventuring party.
Yeah, no, very understandable.
And like Ralu will say, I am the captain of a legion. My job is war. So yeah, go ahead. This Manticore, what is your profession?
I don't know. Milkmaid?
Coxley.
Hedrah's got it.
If you know, she's an accomplished soldier as well.
Soldier D's nuts. That doesn't work, but I want to feel like that works.
I was about to say, I don't think that worked.
It worked enough. And let's see here. Who's coming with you amongst your compañones? Obviously, but you have the choice of Tiff, Brienne, and Kat.
Brienne.
Who's the? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had
Sure
Brienne
thing.
in a while.
Yeah. Happy to join you guys for another throwdown.
Brienne's
Constant
an easy pick. She
regenerate.
can't die.
Yeah. She is an easy choice just as someone who is impossible to kill. Like her output, it's not like she sets up fucking like disco illumination blasts, but she just doesn't die, which is pretty nice to have in a companion.
Yeah.
Fucking
Also
hell! I rolled the fuck out of that. Just pissed away. It sent almost max damage.
Master. Plus, it gives Kat time to play with her project.
It does. She's been fitting her for fucking ages. She did not take part in the tea ceremony, but did observe from a safe distance. She's a little bit too paranoid to be like, hey, tell us of your people's great histories. She's like, I will pass on that, thank you.
What, she didn't want to see her great niece and her stepmom boning down? I see how it
Oh,
is.
she doesn't care about that. She's not a prude like Ralu.
She has literally said ew when Ralu has kissed Cass.
Yeah, I know, and she said it to be teasing. Much like when anyone goes, eee, when you do that shit. She thinks that's hilarious otherwise.
Yeah, she is a shit disturber.
She is a tried and true disturber of feces.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna
disturber
make
of
out
the
with her.
peace.
What is it? Niece in front of her, just for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Cat will just giggle. Yeah, I'm gonna grab you guys and pull you over to here. A series of valleys in the Karaatib Mountains.
We're gonna fight some dire Muad'Dibs.
No. Well, you see
Oh,
something
those are
around, though.
horrid looking. What is
Yeah.
that?
A large number of ogres. They've got like taut skin and like glazed eyes, bone spurs jutting out. Like obviously, Loam, you're dating an ogre. You're used to them looking like meatier and healthier and more lifelike. These ones have spent most of their life just like exposed to pure sunlight and living amongst
Lord.
fucking idiots. Like if they have an int score, it is low single digits, like almost
Oh
at
no.
It's a 2.
Lone
They're
Lady
The
average
has-
fuck-
so
they're
nice.
the fuck.
Yeah.
So we're fighting the hills have eyes ogres.
Lone,
Yeah.
why are these ogres dehydrated?
They're
Are they undead?
degenerates.
They aren't undead. No, they just are all fucked up from just being a very different breed of mortal creature, and probably quite inbred.
Ah.
They're still sapient, but not by a fucking big degree. And you can see that scampering around with them are like coarse-furred, kobold-like creatures, but you can see that they have canine muscles and like tall ears. They are similarly lean, but they're also careful not to make eye contact with any of these ogres as they sort of like scamper around. For the most part, though, you've approached it's. Once I have to check how far you've traveled in the day, and
Yes, they're the German kobolds.
das Germanbold.
Really?
You know,
Always-
Kendall.
I'm pretty sure that's where like the more dog-like one comes from, is like
I mean,
Germany.
like,
Yeah.
All
No, that's just
kobolds were
D&D
like
Dune-
that until
D&D Classic, yeah.
Yeah.
Like D&D changed them, and then the like WoW changed them back. To
I know,
like,
right? Because
weird dog rodents.
WoW went for Mole Knolls.
Fair.
Oh no, no, they
They're
had
like,
they had
yeah, they're like dog
they had
rodents.
they had augers.
They are, I believe, supposed to be naked mole rats.
Yeah.
Ah,
But yeah, these things are vaguely yin influenced, but kind of.
don't worry, Cass. They're not your people.
Yeah.
I
Certainly
can
not.
tell.
Yeah.
Ralu would have said that out loud. Her mom's an old too.
To Loam, though, it's just another day in the office. All of them look alike.
Yeah, Loam, look,
Yeah.
finally, Knoll-like creatures you're free to kill, guiltlessly.
Ah, good.
Okay, are we above or below them?
You are above them. You can see that there are multiple layers to this valley. Further up, off to the north, is the direction leading to the, like a mine shaft or some kind of a secluded entrance to a hideout attached to the mine shaft, according to that.
I am going to fly into the sun and then DFA the nearest one. Masika, you're faster than me on the ground. Take the furthest one. Anai, sweep the Gribblies.
We're coming with
So
you.
do what I usually do. Okay.
You want me to
Yes.
answer that closer
I-
ogre there? Is that what you're saying?
No. I go for the farther one. You're faster than me on the ground.
Farther. Okay, yeah.
I'm dropping on that one from the sun.
Gotcha.
All right. Before you do that, give me a group stealth test, please.
So,
Never.
You got it, Chief.
Sure thing.
Uh,
Yeah,
You
that's
got
what I
it.
expected.
You got it, Palio.
I don't think we're getting any surprise on them.
Let's see here. We've got 28 crit
Who got their
fail.
attention, got their attention.
All right, so yeah, as you're
Oh.
making these orders, they are already preparing to attack you.
One,
I'm still not.
Two.
That's still the plan.
Yeah.
Like Ralu assumed that they would be spotted, but you know.
literally, I mean, yeah, no, it makes sense. Only Loam and Cass did any good
Yeah.
in it.
Oh,
Yeah, group stealth checks aren't our thing, and guess what? In next game, they're not going to be either.
Nope. Oh my goodness.
Cannot wait to
initiative.
have negative decks again.
Yeah. Yeah.
The negative dex. I still want you as rolling as many stealth checks as possible, as though you think you're the greatest fucking thief of all time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have positive decks next game.
The most powerful.
Because somehow
Yeah,
the
but
dudes
that
are
runs in a row for me.
16 on the die, so that's negative. Just. Yeah,
Yes, okay.
I hit the wrong button.
It is okay. I was going to say, Eris has to roll a separate stealth check for each part of her like curvy body she has to hold in place.
You know what? I'd be down for that. Like as much curve as we
Just,
got.
she has to
man.
make 3 stealth tests for every 1 stealth test and takes the lowest result.
Yeah, I'd do
Outstanding.
that. I took that as a flaw. Like you've seen me in for that next game as well. The thunderclaps that we have.
All right, is everybody on? I am missing. It looks like Cass and Mive's initiatives.
I do not see a Ralu on the board either.
I did click it. Okay, I'll do it
Oh,
again.
sorry, I rolled my stealth, not my initiative. Derp.
Even with now a positive modifier, I go back to the middle of the road.
Let's see. Yep.
Does Mive want to switch with me so I can get stuck in faster?
No, Brianna will swap with you. She got a 20.
But Brienne is also frontliner.
Brianna's she's a soak machine, but she is also, you know, not going to deal any devastating damage.
Okay, I mean, sure.
Yeah, you actually tank.
Alright, she'll go to 10.2 and you will go to 20.8. There you are. Alright. Ralu, you are up first. Even as you crest this prepared to drop down upon them, they are getting ready in your direction. You can see some have gotten out particularly large rocks.
Since I no, I've all of a sudden remembered what the elves said about the rocks, and I don't want to take falling damage. So instead I'm gonna wild shift to grant me an extra 2, and then my movement is 7, right? So that's 18 movement. I need to scroll up. God damn it! It's character sheet. Yes. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I will give this guy an arcane blast. So make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah, you fucking hit.
Yeah, the temporary HP is the temporary hit points are on my character sheet. Oh no, I'm at full health, so I'll overflow. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Delete that.
Okay. First of all, how smart are you feeling, Thicko? Surprisingly intelligent this time.
Let's see here.
I will also.
Not as big as a negative as I was expecting from them.
They have 6 in. That's terrible for them.
Yeah, I thought it'd be lower.
And aiming at
Oh no, I'm not going to cast that. I already have temporary tree.
7, 1d7 for a random one in the group.
Oh, good. They don't have an AoE.
1, 2, 3. Hey, Cass.
Hi.
Catch.
Ah.
Wow.
All right. This ogre heaves a massive rock at you.
Am I within range?
Yeah, they have a range 20. These things are filled up. They shoot wyverns out the air.
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, they
Alright,
gotta have big range to do that.
this is... Ow.
And
Well,
yeah.
yeah, I can't do anything
This
about that.
rock nails you in the chest and bursts into shards that are very unpleasant.
Ow.
Every move. You are moved or move. Ooh.
Yep. For every meter, the bleed fucks you up.
Including forced movement.
Yes. Including fast movement.
Alright, guys, if you've ever wanted to murder Cass, this would be an excellent time to do so.
Push him down a hill.
Can I just switch you in spots for like 6 squares, push you back here, this and then that?
Yeah, just use a
Yeah,
slide power on me. Yeah.
Okay. This one is going to move over to here and throw one at Ralu. A terrible throw. Mive.
Well, they've hurt the giggle mittens, so we're gonna have to show them what for. That cluster there is gonna get fireballed.
Fair.
Yeah, if you didn't do it, I would have.
Minor action, Sorceress Surge. By
Oh,
the way.
Good catch, good catch.
Fucking hell. Alright, so. Yeet. That'll be DC
Oh my
18.
God, only one of them passed.
Nice.
Boom.
Get those minions out of here. Get them out of here.
Get him out.
However, he does appear to have some amount of fire resistance.
That's fine. Oh, he takes an additional 3 damage from Radiant Soul.
Owie. Honestly, I should have probably given him radiant resistance instead. They've just been sunburned so much.
Yeah, all the UV light and everything like that.
Yeah.
Alright,
Any
well,
movement, or is that your turn?
I guess Maiev will move up here to be a juicier target to keep Cass from getting smashed again.
Sure. So it's going to move up 7, and hey, juicier target.
Yep.
18.
Hell no.
I am going to use a reroll.
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
fair. Fuck you, bitch.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
All right, that was his turn at Karin. You are muted, Hedrah. Also, I will be right back a sec.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough. Let's see here. So 5, 4, 4. Eh.
Oh, magical healing doesn't even get rid of like the shrapnel. Ooh, that's rough.
You know what? You just throw Aegis on us as soon as it takes one step, and then we'll just constantly, like, you just negate it. Because it's 6, and then 6, and then 6, and if you have like 3 points, what's it called?
Then I'll be taking 3 damage per step.
No, proficiency bonus, because it's double your proficiency bonus. So it's 6.
Then yes, that would certainly help.
Yeah.
Alright, don't really plan on moving anywhere.
Yeah, that's good. No, and then let's see. Blasting an ogre. Too short.
And that did you take a time?
She's planning out
What do you
something.
think?
Spear of Fate. Spear of Fate on fucking ugly here.
Okay, poke.
Let's see. Yep. With Sunrise Orb. Thank you.
Also, quick, someone say something woke.
Trans
Oh, what?
rights.
6-7.
Fucking liberal.
Say something about human rights.
It is. It's very woke. Everyone knows that.
I don't believe in human rights.
Like you got a nice talk. That also would have worked. Any of those.
I mean, according to MSNBC, the Second Amendment is woke now.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting time in our country.
Yeah.
Well, my opening a beer appreciated the reference at the very least.
Ooh, what you get?
A hobgoblin gold.
Oh yeah. You've talked about those before.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't get my hands on them here.
Oh, no. All right. That is most certainly a hit and 15 damage. And then you heal Cass for 20.
Oh,
Owie.
and back to
Loam!
Cute.
Davey, did you get up?
No, it's my turn. Oh, it's fine.
It is your turn, yes.
Okay. We're out. Well, we're not trying to be stealthy anymore. So
No, they spotted you all. They heard you all arriving.
I'm gonna try and I guess I'm gonna try and long range pick off a couple of these guys.
Anai's going after you. Sure you want to do that?
There's more of them than I can get rid of.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
go for that. I was playing the
I'll
chromatic orb.
And
Well,
she
I'll
wants to
take you-
kill herself some dog bolts.
She wants to kill a big one. I'm gonna start sniping.
So, anyways, it started blasting.
Please don't shoot me in the back. Please not shoot me in the back.
Miss.
Oh my
Wow.
fucking!
Holy fuck.
Oh my
Hmm.
god!
I just have to adjust the sights on this.
And don't worry, Rich. I'll pour a bunch of hobgoblins down your throat when you come to visit.
Yeah, it should be next year.
What's that? What's that? Afraid of flavor?
Hobgoblin is delicious.
No. Let's see.
I'm looking forward to gobbling that Indian food.
Oh, that restaurant is so good. I shouldn't talk about food though, because Rune's just recently cooked, so I am the big hungry. I can smell like air fried fries and chicken.
Oh,
Anai.
Oh, I guess it's me. She had a double move to get in there, didn't she?
Yep.
Okay, here. Let's see here. Do we want to get rid of all the minions, or do we want to chromatic orb the ogre? Let's see here. Minions. That guy might actually be out of a little reach unless I move. What a shame would that be?
You have feet.
It's true. It's true.
They were
I do.
made. You've got boots. They were made for walking.
It's true. Well, no, these boots were made for accentuating my ass. That's really what they were made
That's
for.
a good. You know what? That's a
Does
good point.
Anai
Yeah, you wear.
wear boots?
No, she wears pumps for her ass.
Okay. It's probably better to get rid of all the minions at first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let me just make sure that other guy, the first one, is within 20. Good.
Yep.
And that guy is within 20. Okay.
Yep.
Get rid of all your minions. I'm going to use a 3rd level slot to fire off 6 magic missiles.
Oh, I mean, damn, my little dog bolts.
Just
Hey, you get
get
to use
rid
them
of
on other
all your
points.
minions.
There you go.
Frankly,
It's
that's very
it's
rude.
fine. It's fine. At some point, there is going to be a leader who applies 10 hit points to them again. Yeah, that's the fucking ad.
I do.
You're right. Yes, I forgot about that one completely. Sorry, just unlocked like a core memory for me. That was on the wall of one of the local pubs, the Pig and
that
Falcon.
thing.
Yeah, I
Well,
told
that's
you.
it for me.
I fucking remembered.
Yeah. All right, Cass, you're up.
It's weird
All
seeing
right.
Cass and Masika at the bottom of the turn order.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Clearly,
I'm...
like to the two of you, like snuck some kind of afternoon treats, and now you're just like walking around with a like turkey belly, just a food coma.
All right. Minor action to pull out my bow, because I guess I'm not moving, and then I shoot a bitch.
You could fly if you wanted to. Like, what's 6, 12, 18? Yeah, okay, maybe you don't want to move.
Yeah, I really don't wanna move. All right. I shoot the bitch.
I mean, fucking 26 damage kills him. You
yeah,
killed a
it
bitch.
does. I'm gonna make a con save at the end of my turn. That's
Oh,
not
so
gonna
close.
do it.
Some
but
may you
then,
might strike him.
Maeve can just use her reaction to make me pass. All right, I'm fine.
Whose guidance see? You're in 5 anyway.
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
All right,
that's
well
me
done. Yeah, you managed to, with a little bit of healing light assistance from Maeve, yeah, you clench like you've never clenched before, and just shards pop out of you.
I could almost make
Ow.
that guy, but wait.
It was like, Ralu, he said, ow, make sure to avenge him. And yeah, you want to
Let's
become
see
big?
here. I do.
Nope.
And then with that same minor action, I move 4. And I can get here with...
Yeah, it is not difficult terrain as long as you approach it from that like side of the ledge there.
Cool.
And especially since you're larger, you can just like one step up.
Yep, and then I guess I just huck my sword at this the guy to the left.
All right, excellent.
We'll do cold damage. Ooh. At least I got 1 hit in.
Yeah, you got a hit. 13, 19. You could reckless.
Oh yeah, I could reckless.
I never hit you. You should be using it all the time. You should feel immortal.
It's true.
Fuck. That's actually 20. All right, I'll put a little shouty icon on you for using reckless. Look, I even got that little some little
Nice.
exclamation marks for you.
Yeah, I usually save it because I'm usually surrounded by like 5 enemies.
Yeah, no. In this case, I'm like just looking at people to hit with fucking encounter powers before they're all fucking dead. Karin. I'm spending an inspo. Fuck that noise. Fuck. Who gave me all these? Who gave me all these terrible inspirations? They don't work.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're right. Most of these are you, aren't they?
I'm just enjoying it. Like, you're challenging me. Okay?
At least 3 of the inspirations hiding in my DM bar are from pregnancy checks, though. So you better believe I know that those ones are going to hit like crazy hard.
It's okay. They helped me make my backup character.
Ralu.
Oh man, he moved out of DFA range. Bitch. Come back
Yeah,
here.
6 inches also enough to know everyone's fucking dying.
All right.
Fucking McOw. Was that 15, 25,
Anchors
12,
away.
37.
And
Owie.
then I would like to would it be an insight or an arcana to see if these guys are being mind controlled?
Insight.
They don't even have minds
Insight.
to control.
You
Yeah,
know
but
what? That's a fair point.
I mean, still
I mean,
to see
yeah, you can absolutely minor action insight them.
to see if they've been geshed. Nope.
You've no fucking idea. Maybe there isn't a mind in them. That guy's dead. But this guy is not. And further proofs of mindlessness by actually risking walking up to you. Fuck.
Clank.
My yive.
Live. Alright, well, I mean, clearly I just fireball Ralu, right? No. Move up.
I mean, I
Did
have DR5 fire.
You should totally
No,
fireball them.
it's
Like, it worked out
fine.
great. And
It's fine. I won't fire.
I only very nearly killed
all
one
the
player
way.
with it before.
I will instead, however, attack this closer one with a disco dart. Yeah.
Cool. That's a fucking good fucking dart.
Does not crit, though. Sad.
Does not crit, sadly. Was that the closest one or the furthest one?
Yeah, it was the closest one. Hoping that with advantage I would crit and then illuminate him, but it did not.
Still was a third of his health. Boom.
Yep.
Alright, and this guy. Full on runs. Karin. You are muted again, Hedrah.
Okay, so he is full on run.
Oh yeah, that guy has seen the writing on the wall, and the writing is made in blood.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Remember, we don't want them running off and telling their friends. There's like a whole army of these things up here.
Surely you wouldn't give me the opportunity to prepare like a fucking 20-man ogre wyvern slayer siege with a valley here.
So 9.
You know you wanna.
Minor. I will shift this so my speed will. 7 to 9. Is within range.
It's 12 right now. Alright, yeah, of course you have +3 range on your stuff. My boy! Fuck! Oh, he lives. Take that. And brutal savage wreck.
Are you sure about that?
Surely no expert sniper is about to fucking take him out.
I mean, I'll certainly try.
Hopefully, won't steady aim. So shoot me in the ass, please.
I'll steady my aim.
And you steady your aim on Karin's ass. Blam.
Right on
Oh,
Karen's
God, no.
ass.
Oh no, my cheeks.
You wanted me to
The
take
ch-
out this one, right?
No.
The far one. This guy all the way.
The one who's
that one-
trying
oh, I
to
didn't-
the one who's
that
trying
was
to
not-
escape the encounter.
Ah. $16 to hit.
16 is a hit, and 12 is enough. Blam! He dumps out onto the ground. 1 second while I make a perception test. You're far enough away that I'm not worried about the gun sound, but does anyone actually spot this? Ogre taking a fucking... Oh no, their wisdom ain't amazing, even with proficiency bonus.
That's not bad.
No, they do not notice.
Okay.
I was going to set the DC to like amount of meters away from the person watching, but yeah, it doesn't pass. All right, second shot.
I guess on this other guy.
Click clack. Blam.
Makes up for that first round.
Yeah, 2 kills will do that. So well, not kills. These guys might get up again. You never know. I'm gonna keep the 2 feathers back are staying on the board for death checks because it's actually relevant if that guy just gets the fuck back up again.
I mean, you can just go ahead and take this guy off it because I'm gonna gonna make it so he doesn't.
I'm not gonna until you do.
Fair enough.
Then Alakastab, I suppose. Might as well just use your fucking encounter power for more dice damage. 23 damage. I think that's the most damage Brian has ever dealt. Anai.
Sure. Let's see here. Gonna step up, and we're gonna flame burst and hit both of them. So give me dex saves.
Well, I can't make a dex save for the unconscious one, but okay, I can't make the dex save for the conscious one either, and he hits a 0, and this one is CDG'd.
I mean, hey, it is fire damage, so you get a little bit of resistance, I think, because you said they are.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. You can have an advantage. It's a good goal point.
All right, thank you. You're gonna get back here very soon.
No, I'm sure. Yeah, it's more like I'm just giving myself one, just with that extra step in between. Cass.
Whee! Well, I can move now, so I will do so. For what little that avails me, and then shoot this thing.
The closest or CDG in the furthest? No, 13 is a miss.
No way.
I've never seen any like these low AC assholes succeed. You say you don't say, but like 13 would succeed against half of the shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more surprised that these things aren't like brutes or skirmishers.
No.
Well,
they're soldiers. Soldata.
Well, in that case, Masika, your turn.
Masika, there's one left.
Yeah, I see. I'll scoot around. Scoot around, my friends. Hit the guy. Did I have to drop him?
Yeah, that's enough to drop him. Enough to send him to the Shadow Realm with a smooth 17. When there's 5 hit points remaining ass.
Cool.
Alright, Raleigh.
Hello.
Oh, there's another guy up there. Hang on.
Is that
still?
It's dying. I get to make a death check if you don't kill him.
Okay. Then I'll leave it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm close enough. CDG with Arcane Blast.
Okay, yeah, and I can't pass its dex save, not a con save, so blab. You're able to blow its brains out. Give me an int check real quick.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Brain too smooth.
Mive, give me an int check.
You got it, Chief. Int.
Hide the body, dingus! And on this dead ogre's go, I'll make another perception test. The body has still not been spotted.
Somehow.
Karin. I was even lowering the DC by 1 each time, but I got 1 lower.
Hide the body?
Yes, there's going to be stuff in the valley. Move that ogre's corpse out of the valley.
Okay. Here and how much to move and chuck Brienne?
To move and throw Brienne. You can pick her up and move half your speed. Pick her up with a standard, move half your speed. She will not fight you on it. And then you can dump her, like, other side of you right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Loam can't reach to interact with that. Brienne, I guess let's use your fucking minor action teleport. Move, grab, and she can only get another 2 squares, but hey, it's 2 squares further away. Anai, are you going to try? I don't think you can get in range to help with the body.
There's no way I can get in range of the body. Like at best, I can get like what's my
Same with
speed here?
Cass.
714 squares. But we're going forward anyway, so I do need to move forward. I think, right?
If you manage to prevent this from becoming like a fucking ambush, then no, you don't need to worry about moving right now.
Oh, okay.
Masika, you're in range to potentially help move this body.
Yeah, sure.
Also, gaming totally peaked 20 years ago. Fuck, Sacred Stones
Yeah.
is still my favorite Fire Emblem.
Fair and based.
Yeah, it's just normal movement.
Yep. And yeah, you can grab and move half your speed with them if you have any other movement.
I do. I like I said, that was just by one movement. I still could take an action.
Standard action is grabbing this corpse and to move it. Which I guess this thing is
Okay,
helpless.
then.
I'll let you just move half the speed. It's fine.
Okay.
You're a big girl. Yeah. Move half your speed.
Where am I
pick
moving
up-
it to?
Just out of sight of the valley.
Okay.
So like I guess there. If you can manage that,
Sounds
that's
good to
1,
me.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, you're able to drag it out of the valley. At the moment you do so, Brienne is going to on purpose prone herself. I see movement up there.
Cass will also go commando waddle up there. Sideways man.
Sideways man. And I love Sacred Stones because I bought it just before I went on holiday to Greece, so I got to spend just the entirety of my holiday in Greece swimming, eating way too much food, and playing Sacred Stones.
I mean,
It's fucking base as hell.
for me, it was Pokemon and Mega Man Battle Network.
Oh, actually, yeah, that there was on what else was it? Oh no, it was the second time we went to Greece. We all had DSs then, and we were all playing group lobby Metroid games on the DS.
Oh, nice.
Greece is the perfect time to play too much video games on a handheld.
Tell Snippy that.
It's hard to
Funny,
play
I was
handheld
playing-
games when most of your balance goes into trying to survive.
The town I grew up in was named Greece, so I guess I agree.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose, Cass, would you give me a perception since you're commando crawling?
Sure.
Also, Ralu, do you also get down when Brienne says as much?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I thought we were still in turn order.
No, you're out of turn order now. You've avoided this turning into a second fight, but if you cross this threshold or stand around in open view, I'm going to start throwing perceptions for someone to just like a glance and randomly spot you.
I will roll into cover.
Yep. Brienne will also make a perception. Oh shit. Okay. Well then, I suppose this perception test can lead into a verbose description of everything in front of you and then conclude the sesh. You've done quite well this session so far. Brienne, whilst peering into the valley, considered like although these lines of the map almost actually match up, like they're not. There's probably an expanse of a couple of meters still in between them. Like you're looking further down into this valley than the map would have you see. She will inform you that there are a number more of those dog bolts, and they are dragging like desert rats and it looks like maybe stone or clay chests with contents in them from further up north, which makes sense. That's probably where the nomads had most of their homes. And they're dragging salvage towards what looked like a lip in the sand here. This section further up north, this horseshoe here of stone, is a shaded depression with a storage behind it. That Brian will inform you she's pretty sure the portion beneath this horseshoe further back is artificial. It probably leads into the mine or one of these wizards' hideouts next to the mine. And within it are two particularly large creatures that are definitely not ogres. They look a little bit fucking weird, but they are trolls.
Yeah.
You found a cave troll.
Why is one of them pink? Is it like the disease or something?
No, that's the
no. That's the girl troll.
Oh, okay, you wanted to differentiate that out. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I used the identical thing, and it's impossible to tell. You'll be able to tell up close because she has an extra set of nipples, but otherwise they're identical.
Oh yes, that's how you tell the trolls apart. They have
extra nipples, extraneous nipples. Yeah.
Can you zoom a picture again because it didn't load for me?
Here,
I'd rather not zoom in on
the make a token large. There you go.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah. Honestly, he's adorable. He's got a little scrunchy face, except he's got he looks like he likes Sosik.
He likes Sosik. It reminds me of
bun.
Oxalotl.
Yes, he does have a very axolotl-y feature. You're right. But yeah, the reason why I picked him was partly the coloration and also the weird muscle gut that he's got going on there. That is a belly that has only eaten horrible things.
Sure it wasn't for the troll nipples?
I mean, he do be rocking them burgers.
Hey, wait a second. We can't have those female presenting nipples out here on stream.
Well, no, it's not the female presenting. That's the guy. That's the male one.
Yeah, no. That's this one also has it, but don't worry, that's the upper set, which is also the male nipples. Remember, their female proof is the lower nipples, so you won't see them anyway. Okay. You're okay. That's their dude nipples.
Okay.
Everything is fine. Those are the male presenting female nipples. But yeah, they appear to be Saturn Alcove, and there are a large number of dogbolts who I was about to pull up, but I realized since I deleted all of their tokens, I can't pull them up anymore. Oops. I'll worry about that for next week.
Yeah, you got another
but there are a great number of dogbolts wandering around, and a few ogres who have been relegated to manual labor. But yeah, these are some interesting looking trolls. They don't look corrupt in the same way that you have seen from beasts of darkness. But there is definitely something mutantish to them. Their heads are low down and set into their shoulders, but they're wide and broad to accommodate maybe thicker brainiums. These are magical and mutated in some kind of indiscernible way. I would preemptively show the names of these creatures, but it would give up the secrets, and clearly that is a concern for another week as we come to the end of the session.
So, the hilarity of your description.
Yeah, don't go there. I know what you mean. No, clearly I was aiming for some kind of Grafton monster deal. Yeah.
I'll just post the VCP then because then you guys go the description of the troll.
It wasn't what I was thinking of, but it's fucking real fucked up. Honestly, that looks a lot like it.
Yeah, it's your description.
Yeah, you're right. That is uncomfortably uncanny.
Yeah.
That's peak game. That's peak game performance. There, it's got the extra nipple. You can't show that naked lady in VCT. It's an NSFW.
Wait, no, it's not. It's not peak gamer thing. He doesn't have a shit bucket.
It's true. Also, like there's no gamer dent in their head for
That's
the
true.
headphones. But yeah, did you guys save innocent life?
No.
No.
Defile solo or treacherous?
No.
No, that was. Although you did a very good job to not turn it into a genuine clusterfuck. It would have to be a clusterfuck that you'd let happen. So I'm just going to go with the no. Learn something new about the Wild Attitude Journal.
Yes, nomad elves.
Yeah, the nomad elves and their
Nomad
nomad life.
elves.
Nomad elves. Yeah, they're lovely. I've had them in the back burner for like fucking ever, and I was like, it's going to be so long until anyone is even remotely in that corner of the world again. And yeah, I've had that lovely tribal nomad group has been around for like fucking ever. I was like, they're going to just be a splinter of Loam's old tribe, but like, yeah, it just never came up. You got to see them. Take on, create a quest, a major quest, complete a quest.
We took on a quest from the elves. We were already going this direction, but we took on an elf to specifically try to return them to their homes.
Fair.
Yeah.
Uncover rare magic on our treasure hoard.
Nope.
That
No.
will probably be next session. Special objective.
Baby.
Nope.
I don't think so.
You creating babies is not a special objective. Thank you.
I
If not,
That's a
that could've been
common
more.
result. That's a common result. A happy little accident. That's just a thing that happens when you have bards in the game, or bard adjacent rogues.
So it looks like 2 EXP.
3,
Yep,
2,
yep.
3.
Yep,
3,
3, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Alright, well, if you're watching on the stream or YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for 70. Until then, adios, my friends, and do take care.